Hi, it's Lily again. I, after much thought, um, after yesterday's video, I wanted to put out another video about living in retirement communities. That was the upside. The part one and part two were the upsides. The major downside of living in a community is that if you don't have a tough skin, you're not going to survive. And that is the truth. If there's someone that doesn't like in the building and she has a lot of connections in the building, then you're going to be ostracized. And luckily for me, I couldn't care less. Like, I have a life outside of these walls, and a lot of people don't. And so that's why they make these mean girl groups, and that's fine. I don't have time for that. Like you as a caregiver, a family caregiver, no, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for BS. We don't have time for the drama. We don't have time. Period. Point blank. And so I just want you to keep that in mind, that if you are seriously considering moving into a retirement community, um, that's something that comes with the territory. I've observed it working as a massage therapist in several nursing homes. Several nursing homes that I worked at, that I would come in and service the residents there, and it just happens everywhere, and it is so funny to see because it's so high schoolish. It is like really being back in high school, and it's absolutely insane. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know if it's part of their DNA, or it's who they are. Um, so much so, sorry, there's a guy walking his dog, and the dog wants to run away. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying before, it's just it's a it's a place where I get to pick and choose where I'm going to go and what events I'm going to attend. And I bring my husband, and I'm with him, and I spend time with him. And I usually text the people that I like. Are you going to go? Or you're not going to go? And sometimes, based on just that, I won't go, because I want to be surrounded by people that I like. And so I do have a strong personality, and I like that in other women. I really do. I respect it, um, and and I want them to respect me back. And so if they can't, then you know, then they cannot be my friend, or I cannot be their friend, because in the same way that they expect me to appreciate their honesty and kind of their in your face, what do you call it, personality, then you have to accept mine too. And if you can't, then you can't. But it's not just, friendships are not a one way thing. They're a two way. You know, it's a two way proposition, or whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah, I'm saying that because I'm currently having an issue with somebody that I know in the building that I thought was my friend, and I'm not really sure if she's a good listener. Let's put it that way. When you try to bring up issues, I'm not sure if she's a good listener, and that's something that we need. And it's actually interesting because I gravitate towards her because she's also a family caregiver. Anyway, you know, life is life, and things are the way they are, and they are the way they're supposed to be. You can hear my voice that is getting scraggly, but today I brought me some water. I brought me some water and cough drops. So I'm gonna take a sip. Um, so yeah, that's definitely the biggest downside, that you have to be okay with possibly seeing people that you consider friends you're gonna bump into them more often, you know, after the friendship ends. You're just gonna bump into them more often. I had a lady here who still lives here. She actually lives on my same floor. And when she first moved in, um, she didn't have much. She didn't have much with her, and so we lent her some stuff that we thought was crucial and essential for her. And then it was weird. It was so weird. She got a boyfriend in the building, and then the next thing I know, she I don't even know how to explain this. It was really, really weird. She started hiding behind him. So before, when I would see her and we would have conversations everywhere, um, we would talk freely. And I could see that she was a strong woman. Like I said, I do gravitate towards strong women. That's just who I am. Anyway, and then the next thing I know, she's hiding. Like, almost, I guess the best way you can describe it is that, when you're a child and you're playing hide and seek and you hide behind a tree and you kind of look over to see what the person is, around the tree. That's what she was doing. And I'm like, in my mind, it was just like, what's going on here? Like, and then the conversations became super short. They were one-sided. Like, I would initiate the conversations whenever I would see her. She would answer me in monosyllables. Excuse me. And then she stopped answering me. Like, she would just hide behind her man. And I was like, it made me feel weird. It made me feel like I was some sort of abuser to her. Like, I guess that's what made me feel weird. It made me feel like I was an abuser that she was trying to hide from. And I was so confused by this because I was like, you're new and I try to be a friend. I don't think that, honestly, never had any arguments with her, never had any disagreements. As a matter of fact, I asked her to share some information about herself, and we sat and we had a really good conversation. Yeah, prior to her having her boyfriend, or maybe even during, but it was her by herself. And so she was normal, or back to the lady that I knew. But then, yeah, it was just, and it bothered me, and I shared it with another, resident here that I'm still friends with for now. No, just kidding. No, I'm never going to lose her as a friend. She's just a lovely, lovely individual. I wish I had known her longer. She would have been a great influence in my life. Anyway, I shared it with her and I said, what's going on here? And so we kind of went back and forth and we wondered, I said, what kind of a man was this that was kind of blocking her in a way from her friends? But that's the thing, he really wasn't. She was hiding on purpose. That's what was so weird about this whole thing. Anyway, so we worried about her. And then the same lady and I had a further conversation where we were like, we both had kind of spoken to her, and she seems like she's the boss in the relationship. And I thought, okay, well, if she's the boss, then she's fine. And she's just being weird. And I'll be honest, I don't do well with weird. I don't do well with people making me feel uncomfortable. In a sense, this community is my home too. And so why would you make me feel uncomfortable? It was just weird. Anyway, so I just decided, I was just going to say hi and goodbye to her. And that was going to be the relationship, because I'm too old. I ain't got time for somebody to make me feel weird in my life. I know I'm not normal, but why are you why are you making me feel uncomfortable about me? About us. Anyway, this might sound childish to some of you, but I don't have time. I just don't have time for that kind of stuff. And so if she approaches me at some time and says, hey, you want to talk? Of course I'm open to talking. And then I will tell her exactly why I distanced myself. And it's not like I said anything bad to her. I just decided to distance myself and kind of like I said, hi, bye, that's it, done. Let's see. What else? Oh, yes, this is hugely important. When you go in and they start talking to you about how much rent you're going to pay, you really need to find out what's included because they don't tell you everything. They start to tell you after you get excited and excited about living there, and they've shown you all the amenities, and you're like, whoa, that's cool. This is cool. I will live there. And possibly like started packing. And then the lease comes in and there's more things that you didn't know you were gonna have to pay for, whether it's parking, whether it's I don't know. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. This was a big deal for us in our family because we do watch cable. So cable was included here, but it's crappy cable. The internet access is a nightmare. So, yeah, you might want to stay. And that I think is a wonderful, wonderful option. Stay one night if they allow it. Some places have that. Stay one night or one day and then ask residents because it could very well be that in the apartment that you're staying at, they might have the best of everything and then you move out and then you go, and then reality sets in when you've moved into your actual apartment and it has none of those things. None of those things. So that happened to us. And so, yeah, we thought we were going to save more money by making the downgrade. We didn't. Possibly minimally. So we downgraded significantly, and the savings was just like nothing. But that is the thing they have to consider. Our life is still easier. It just is. So, sorry, I'm moving the phone a lot. I didn't stabilize myself at all. Trying to think what else. Oh, there are some residents. Depending on the rules, oh my God, read the contract. Read the contract. Make sure that you find out when things close, like rooms close. And this place is fairly well about that. But it's a good idea to find out. Like, say, there's a gym here. You need to find out what time the gym closes. Go ahead. I'm beginning to sound like a smoker, for goodness sakes. There's a pool room. Like billiards. And you need to find out, stuff like that. You really need to find out because if you're a night owl and you normally do those things at night, you're going to get screwed because you won't be able to do that and your lifestyle is going to change. Let's see, what else? Find out to the residents about repairs. How long does it take for them to repair things? I wish I had made a list, but this just kind of popped into my mind and I thought, okay, I should really talk about this. Um, you know what? If I think of anything else, this is at 15 already. If I think of anything else, I will do another video. But I'm going to leave it here for now. Enjoy.